We come here to verse 2 of the 5th chapter of the Gospel of John, and we are introducing now the story of the healing of the man who was there, which is described for us in that chapter. Begins with estin, third person singular, present active indicative of me, I am, it is, be the way we'd render that, de, the soft conjunction, and there is, in, preposition takes the dative, in tois Jerusalem. Again, idiomatically, the word Jerusalem is put in the plural. This is common in the New Testament, obviously never translated that way. There's no plurality of Jerusalems, of course, in the New Testament. This is probably some form of Hebraic expression, a plural of intensity, something like that, even though this is being written in Greek. So there was there in Jerusalem, epon, takes multiple cases. In this case, we find the dative in te probatike. This is the word for sheep. It's actually an adjective, and it's used in the substantive form here. So the sheep, and we would supply some kind of noun which would be associated with it that is left unstated. Been a bit of a disagreement actually among commentators. Is this referring to the sheep gate? That is actually a known gate referred to in the book of Nehemiah, or is it possibly a sheep market, which is also at least arguably a possibility for the meaning here, although there's no particular sheep market that was identified in that vicinity, and so it's hard to say, but the point is that it's something that was presumably known to the original audience to whom John was writing here. There is in Jerusalem, in this sheep area, I guess we'll leave it at that for now. And then we have Kolumbethra. This is a word that means a pool. You'll notice the base of the word, the root of it is the word bath here. And then the entire word suggests some kind of pool which was available there, and that is, of course, the familiar setting by which this story takes place. This pool, it was called Epilegomene. This is referred to then, the nominative here, participle, the being called or being named Hebraiste. The umlaut here means that is not diphthong. It's called Hebraically, is the way we might bring it over in the most strict kind of translation. So there was this gate, and in that region there was a pool, and the pool is called by the term, Hebraically speaking, Beth Zatha. And it goes by that name. Penta, 5. This is an adjective, of course. Stoas, 5 stoas. Ekusa, participle having. So there was there in that region a pool. It had 5 stoas, that is porches, and it was a place, of course, where apparently there was a common population of people who were requiring healing, maybe sometimes of simply a temporary disorder or disease. Some people were there, of course, on a long-term basis, as was the man who will be the subject of this conversation. Little point in passing, of course, the word stoas, porch, is the word from which the philosophy Stoicism was derived, because the original teacher of Stoicism used to hang out in Athens in a region that was characterized by porches, and he would stand up on that raised platform and instruct his followers from there, and it was on that basis that the name of that philosophy derived its reference. But here, of course, nothing to do with Stoicism is in view. This is simply a description of the setting in which now Jesus will encounter the man who was there in that region hoping for healing.